Have you ever been afraid to do something because you don't want to disappoint your friends or family? Well, I'm here to tell you that I disappoint my parents and I don't feel bad about it. And in today's video, we're going to talk about why disappointing your parents is not necessarily a bad thing. My name is Lauren Messiah. I'm a stylist, author of the book Style Therapy, and founder of Style Boss Academy, the online school for stylists. I'm a disappointer. I disappointed my parents when I decided to be a stylist, and I don't regret it. Now, I don't want you to watch this video and think that I'm giving you permission to just disappoint your parents left and right. Right? There's two different kinds of disappointment. There's when you totally screwed up and your parents say, "I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed." That's like the worst, right? That is the worst. You're like, "Get mad, yell at me, you're disappointed, this is terrible." Try not to do that. Don't hurt your parents' feelings. Be a good kid, behave yourself. But when it comes to going after your dreams, especially a dream that you know you were meant to do, disappoint away. At least that's been my experience. So I've known since I was a little girl, like my earliest memories are of me loving fashion. I was a total introvert weirdo. I still am an introvert weirdo to this day, but I was so shy and I couldn't communicate and I couldn't express myself until I got my hands on some style. All of a sudden, people were starting conversations because they liked my outfit. My grandma taught me how to sew, and I'd make clothes for myself and for my Barbies. In high school, I was like, let's put on some fashion shows. Let's have the fashion club. I love fashion so much that I decided that I wanted to go to college to study fashion design. Now, I'm the first person in my family to go to college. So when my parents heard the news that I wanted to go to fashion college, they were like, huh? My mom had shared with me that when she was my age, she also wanted to go into fashion, but she ended up just working retail, and that's what happens when you want to study fashion. Basically, she's like, yeah, you're not going to be that famous fashion designer that you think. You're going to work at the mall, okay? So I was like, okay, whatever. And then my dad, my family's like notorious jokers, and he said, good thing you're pretty so you can marry rich because you're not going to make no money working as a stylist. So I was like, all right, I hear you. I'm doing it anyways. So my dad made a deal with me. He said, if you go and study fashion in state from Virginia, I'll help pay for your education. I had to pay for some of it. He's like, I'll help you. But if you go out of state, because I really wanted to go to New York, he's like, you're on your own, kid. So I said, I'll compromise. I'll stay in Virginia. I'll study fashion design. Now, my parents were almost right because after I graduated, all of the fashion design jobs paid so little. So I decided to work retail. So I was still close to clothes, but I wasn't living the dream. So I could almost feel my mom like, told you so. But I kept going. But then I got to the point where I was like, I can't live with my parents forever. So I got a real job. I got a 9-to-5, and my dreams were almost crushed. But you can't hold a dreamer down, baby. You can't hold a dreamer down. So after a few years of working a 9-to-5, I quit my 9-to-5 job to pursue styling. And I'll never forget it. The drive home, I was living in LA at this point, driving home, called my mom, and I was like, hey, Mom, I quit my job. She was like, do you have a new job? I was like, I don't. I was also $18,000 in debt, ran up my American Express card, buying clothes and buying drinks. So not only did I not have a job, I had negative money. And she's like, okay. I think she was just shocked. Like, she couldn't even yell. She couldn't even say, I'm disappointed. It was just like, I could feel it through the phone. She was disappointed. But I just knew that I was meant to do this. I was meant to work in fashion. I was meant to be my own boss. I was meant to do it, and I was going to make it work. And make it work, I did. I've had a very successful career over the past 13 years. I have made millions and millions and millions of dollars over the past 13 years. I haven't done the math of how many millions, but a lot, a lot of millions. And I'm so glad that I took that risk to disappoint my parents. So I'm not saying this to be like, hey, everybody finish this video and be like, Lauren said I could disappoint you. I'm off to disappoint my parents. I'm not saying that. I'm saying think about what you really want to do. And think about the fact that someone else's opinion on how your future is going to work out is stopping you from even trying. That's crazy. It's better to try and fail than to be left wondering. I am so glad I didn't just go get a normal job. If it were up to my parents, I would just go get a normal job, live like 2 blocks away from my parents, come over every Sunday for dinner, crap out a bunch of kids, and call it a day. But instead, I moved across the country, I went after my dreams, and now it's paid off. And now my parents get to be the parents in the neighborhood where the neighbors are like, oh my God, I saw your daughter on Netflix. Oh my God, I went to Barnes and Nobles and bought your daughter's book. Oh my gosh, I saw your daughter, in a magazine article. And now my parents get to have that proud parent moment. I don't think they'll ever admit to be like, yeah, sorry, we kind of told you not to do that. We're super proud. They're not going to say that, but I know that they're proud. And I'm proud that I went after what I wanted to do. So this video is just to provide you with a little inspiration if you're in that position where you know you want to go for something, but you're super scared to disappoint. It's okay to disappoint your parents in some cases when it comes to you living your life and fulfilling out your dreams. So if you found this video helpful or inspiring, please show me a little love in the comments. I'd love to hear your own story. Drop it down below. And please give me a subscribe because there's many more videos where this came from, and I'd hate for you to miss a single one. So get your subscribe on, and I'll see you in the next video.